In the 1890s, there was a Russian physiologist named Ivan Pavlov. Now, Pavlov did a study on dogs, which many of you have probably heard about. Essentially, it's conditioning where the dogs are in the cage every day. They feed the dogs in the cage. Eventually, the dogs stop trying to get out of the cage. They've conditioned them to serve the purpose of whoever it is giving them food. Now, there was some notebooks that did not get added into this original study. In Pavlov's first experiment, he had a border collie that he had tried to do this conditioning with. Now, every day, every time the border collie was in the cage, it barked. It even made some of the other dogs in the other cages bark. So it was a distraction. Eventually, over time, the other dogs stopped barking. They fell into their role, but the border collie kept barking, and it kept barking, and it kept barking. Eventually, it drove Pavlov basically nuts. So he decided to get rid of this border collie. So he opened the cage, opened the door, and the border collie ran off across the hillside. Now, the border collie ran into a nearby sheep farmer, and immediately the border collie started herding up all the sheep, attacking coyotes and wolves and anything that would come in the way of those sheep. And the border collie lived this whole life doing that.